Hello and welcome again to Forgotten Temples of Cambodia with myself, Mr. B. Now you've got a bit of a hint there as to what some of these roads are like for me to travel down. I've had to leave my bike some distance over there somewhere because it's totally inaccessible to get to here apart from on foot. Now that opening shot, so that truck going down the road with billows and billows of dust, and that's what I meet oh so often. So when I say in these videos I've eaten an awful lot of dust, you now know why. And we have quite a nice backdrop, don't we? We have this lovely gentle grass with its lovely fluffiness, which is also a bit different from what I've been walking through, because that's all prickles and thorns and everything else that's out to get me. It's Koh Snuol. That's the one that's lured me here, for that is its name, dear old Koh Snuol. And it's such a great name. Now, I'm here because I'm mental, obviously, and I'm also here because I was captured, my imagination was captured by a satellite image. So I'm going to show you that satellite image now. And what you'll see is a square. You see, and that square is a moat. It's a large moat. I'm actually standing in it. And then in the center of the square, you'll see a clump of trees. And that's where the temple is. Well, I say is, I mean was. But let's show you that satellite image first. So have a look at this and you'll see exactly where I'm standing, all the way from space. Now then, you saw the square and you saw the green bit in the middle. That green bit is that there, and that is where the temple is. So it's very hard not only to get to these places, but you never know what you're going to get. Now I have had a sneak peek, and I'll tell you what, how I'm going to get even 5 minutes out of this video is going to amaze me. But let's grab the camera, because there is a bit of temple here. Just a teeny weeny bit, but it shows you that getting to these things is not easy. It is a pain in the arse, and it can be very, oh, how do you say, frustrating sometimes. But you can't always hit gold, can you? Because otherwise the gold will become superfluous. It would just be, oh look, more gold. No, you've got to have some rough trips sometimes in life, because then the good times, they really count so much more. But we have to do Koh Snuol justice. We have to have a look round, and we have to put him into our big bag of temples, because that's the decent thing to do. So let's do that. Okay, now this is the only way where we can actually get in a bit. It is, oh golly go. Are you? Yes, these are like barbs. See, an innocent looking little tree like that, and if it sticks you, it'll actually barb you. Right, come on, through here, out. Oh dearie me. Right, and a bit of a clearing. And this is basically it. So what I'm going to do now is cut back to that satellite image, but zoom in a bit so you could see where I am. And what is in the middle of that satellite image is this, a whacking great big bamboo tree. Maybe this is where the spirits of the ancients dwell. Now, this is what I find so jolly exciting, you see, is you see these satellite images, things like that, and it looks so promising because, you know, we've got the moat, we've got the central area, and we think, oh ha, lordy lorks, let's get on our bike and go and discover a lovely temple with our temple chums. But alas, not on this occasion, except for I did promise you a hint, didn't I? And I believe there's something through here. And there it is. Right, I don't know, let me go over here first. This is where the temple would have been. And I can't get to it because these thorned bushes are absolutely murderous. Let me just come in on one and see if you can see how bad these are. They are, it's like barbed wire. It's impossible to penetrate. But I can penetrate with my camera and we can see through here just a hint of temple. And that is basically all I get this time. But it doesn't detract from its history, I suppose. And there's a bit more through here. There's a couple of pillars through here. Let me see if I can show you those. You see there? So it counts as a temple because there is some of it here. And it's certainly a temple site, of course, which is now being reigned over by this majestic bamboo tree. And here we are, next to this large body of water. Now, what I need to do is show you another satellite image, because what we have here is something very interesting. Over there is the temple site, and this is most certainly associated. That will become apparent on the image I'm about to show you. Now, it's worthy of note that yes, here in Asia they do dig holes to store water, and farmers still do that today, but logic must reign supreme, because in this satellite image it will clearly show that these two are associated. So have a look at this and tell me what you think. It's interesting, isn't it? Temple site, long abandoned and now completely forgotten by everyone. But you and I have been here, haven't we? And then we have this very large body of water. So, temple site, body of water, what else can we fill in this picture? Houses. There has to be people here. We have the fields where they would have grown their crops. They're still growing crops here. And of course, rearing their cattle. They're doing exactly the same to this day still. So, temple site, religious site, body of water to feed cattle, bathe, water for yourself, keep you alive. And there would have been houses round here. But alas, they are all gone, because over the past 1,000 years there is literally nothing, and I mean nothing, to show for those people and that community that once thrived here. And the reason is the buildings and pretty much everything else was made of wood. It has decayed, it has turned to dust, and it has returned to the soil that they once farmed and worshipped. And it's quite poignant standing here. And this is why you need to bring, as I often ask you, your bumper bag of imagination, because the houses that would have been around here, the site, the children playing, the old ladies gossiping, and this pool with its lotus flowers. And isn't it nice just to imagine that on such a day as today, a beautiful summer's day, that a couple would have come here, a teenage couple, and flirted and fallen in love. And that feeling you get when you're younger, you know, and you're flirting with a boy or a girl, and it's just a life changer, isn't it? We all remember that feeling. But unfortunately, it's all gone. We know nothing about them. But I believe that when the wind blows, if you listen really, really carefully, maybe, just maybe, you can hear their voices again. Right, so there was another day out temple hunting and an awful lot of dust because that road was murderous. And where I like to stop is places here. You get a large glass full of ice, they put in some flavouring, and it is the best for clearing the dust out. So yet again, it's Mr. B of Forgotten Temples of Cambodia saying, thank you very much for joining me. And by the way, if you want to stop here for a drink, the name of this place is WC Public Coffee. Imaginative name. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day.